The screams came from next door at first. A few moments later, just after midnight on May 30th, 1907, firemen lounging in their San Jose firehouse were jolted by a ghastly sight. Frank Boronda, a fellow firefighter, standing in the doorway screaming uncontrollably. Boronda lived next door, and his convenient commute turned into a critical source of medical attention that night. He was covered in blood, and the firemen soon discovered why. His penis had been cut off.
Whispers rise in the dead of night, secrets buried in the fading light. The truth's a storm, it will not stay. It crashes through like Judgment Day. Chains will break where shadows lie. The southern wind, it's a battle cry. Sisters of the South, hear the call. We rise together, we stand tall. SOS, the truth will ignite. Justice burns, a beacon of light.
Hey guys, I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're Sisters of the South, back with another true crime story for you today. But before we get started, we just want to remind everyone to please hit that like button if you like our video. Subscribe for more true crime content every week. And if you hit that little notification bell, it will remind you when we're back with another story. Now I'm going to hand it over to Stephanie to tell you all about this story.
All right, let's do it. So the firemen rushed Boronda to a nearby Red Cross hospital, perhaps just missing the woman who fled from the house next door. Dressed like a man, she slipped into the dark. Long before Lorena Bobbitt became a national punchline, the Bay Area and San Francisco, California, had Bertha Boronda in 1908. So I know that I remember Lorena Bobbitt.
I do too.
Very well, because it was, people were just crazy about that story.
Yeah.
And it was horrific, right? And to be honest, I had never heard about Bertha Boronda. So I'm thinking, what in the world? How does that even work? And you really thought that had never happened before. Everybody was watching just to see what happened to the guy who got his penis cut off.
Exactly.
Right?
You had never heard of it before.
No. That guy went on to do, explicit videos and things like that. So to me, it was the first time I'd ever heard of it. But unfortunately, it had happened before. So Bertha was Frank's second wife, and perhaps he thought this marriage would be more peaceful than his first marriage. Okay, but his first wife, Serena, married him around Christmas in 1890. Less than 3 years later, she made the local news for attempting to kill herself by drinking chloroform.
Ooh.
So I obviously something probably mentally was wrong with her at that point, and so I'm sure he thought he was going through hell with her, right? So it couldn't get any worse in his mind, but then Bertha happened.
Well, let's find out about Bertha because I've never heard of her.
Right. So asked why she did it, Serena said Frank was physically abusive. And that can take a mental toll on you when you're in a physically abusive relationship. And she probably didn't feel like she had any other place to go. And so she thought that was the best way out. But recently, Frank had abandoned his wife and stepdaughter altogether. The pair were granted a divorce in 1895, and 6 years later on Christmas Day, Frank married Bertha Zettel. Not much is known about Bertha. Census records show she was born in Minnesota to German immigrant parents. The 1900 census lists her residence in a boarding house in Washington, working as a laundry person. And the next year, she must have met Frank. She was 24 when they married in 1901. Frank's given name was Mario Narciso Boronda, and much more is known about him. His great-great-grandfather was one of the first teachers in San Francisco and helped build the Presidio in the late 1700s. The Boronda family grew and spread, settling all over nascent Bay Area. Frank, it seems, wasn't one of the family's more illustrious members. After his divorce, he made headlines for another scandal. I mean, this dude, I don't know if it's bad luck or he's just a bad seed. But either way, he's got some bad luck, right?
Sounds like it.
Really bad. In February of 1907, he and another fire captain were arrested on suspicion of committing election fraud. They were questioned and released, but Frank worried he hadn't escaped the charges. So he's walking around with this black cloud over his head. And I mean, if you've got that kind of bad luck, why are you doing anything nefarious
Well, I was
going to
say, are you causing that black cloud?
Right?
I mean, come on now.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like he's doing it to himself.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll find out more about this story here in a second.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break and give a little shout out to our friends and vendors over at SoFly. SoFly. And we're going to show you a little video. So here we go.
Hey guys, I wanted to come to you today about SoFly. SoFly is a family-owned business here in the Houston, Texas area, and they specialize in embroidery and engraving. So what they'll do is take your favorite accessories, such as a cap, a hoodie, a purse, a jacket, and they will specialize it to your needs. They have an array of different colors, and if you want your logo or your name or maybe even your initials, they'll put that on there for you. Also, they do engraving on things such as leather patches and also on carving boards. They do our merchandise. We know that you'll be happy, so try them at least once. But just to give you some idea of how badass they are, we're going to show you a video. So here we go.
All right, guys, hope you liked that video. Go check them out. Let them know we sent you. And for now, we're going to get back to this story.
This is a crazy one, right? So on May 29th, he took Bertha to the theater. According to her later court testimony, it was the first time they'd spoken in 2 weeks. So they'd gone 2 weeks in the same home, under the same roof, and had not spoken.
Sounds very healthy.
It sounds like there's some resentment that's building up. Now, who knows where it came from and who knows who started it, but both of them did have the agreement that they weren't going to speak to one another. And it's possible that that was the best thing at that point, but they decided to go out on a date. The second Miss Boronda found about as much marital bliss as the first. And Bertha said they'd been married just over a year when she began to suspect he was stepping out on her.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if everybody knows what stepping out on her means.
He's got him another lady.
He's got him on a side chick, right? Or at least she thinks he does. And sounds like this guy don't have a moral compass, so it's a huge possibility that he did.
Again, but not he's got
that black that black cloud. He's got the black cloud following him.
He did it to himself.
He did it himself. So for 6 months, Bertha lived alone in San Francisco, working as a saleswoman at the Emporium. Frank wrote letters begging her to reconcile, but when she did, she said things weren't much better. Frank would disappear for weeks at a time, and Bertha's only resource was to walk next door to the firehouse and beg him to talk, but he would ignore her.
What?
I mean, yeah, so he's
Why
out.
reconcile?
Well,
because he doesn't want a second divorce on him?
Exactly. I don't know if he thought the divorce would cost him too much money. I'm not sure. But why even be married under those circumstances?
Just let it go.
Yeah. So just move on. But he didn't want that for some reason.
What does he want? He doesn't know what he wants.
It sounds like it. So the night at the theater, Frank told Bertha he suspected he was about to be rearrested for vote buying. So this goes back to the voting fraud. So he's still got that black cloud hanging over his head. So perhaps he thought it would be best to reconcile with his wife before a potential court case. And we all know, and I'm sure this was the rule back then, if you're married to somebody, they're not going to put you on the stand to testify
Maybe that's
against
the
the
only
spouse.
reason he wants to reconcile.
Exactly.
Selfish reasons.
Yeah, and he probably knows she has some resentment. She's angry at him, and he doesn't want her running her mouth. So he's just going to stay the course, and he wants to reconcile. So Bertha told the court that after they went home, she tearfully asked if he still loved her. He swore he did, and then he asked for sex because,
Of course he loves her. Because if he said no, she wouldn't give it up.
right? I mean, listen, women
No, I don't
know.
love you.
Now, give it up.
Now let's go.
So this guy obviously isn't stupid. I mean, he knows how to manipulate the ladies. So he just blatantly says, yes, I love you. Let's have sex. So at that point, Bertha claims she blacked out.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Testimony from police and firemen fills the gaps. After Frank fell asleep that night, Bertha found his straight razor.
Oh, jeez.
She used his straight razor. Then she tiptoed back to bed and sliced his penis off.
Oh, my God.
So she's like,
well, she manipulated him too, didn't she?
oh, absolutely.
She didn't black out. I'm sorry.
No.
She's pissed.
Yeah. We're talking about, some people black out when they get angry. She is irate.
Yeah.
And I've done some things when I'm mad or said some things when I'm mad that I don't quite remember or don't remember saying.
Yeah.
But my actions, I typically always remember. So I can't imagine that type of rage.
Whew. Well, I think she's just had it by now, right?
Yeah.
You keep reeling me in.
Yeah.
And then you take off. Oh,
well,
no, we're not doing this anymore.
You get what you want, then you leave.
That's
and
right.
On top
We'll just
of that,
take care of that.
Yeah. And on top of that, she thinks he's stepping out on her. So let's just solve this problem and
then
cut
coming
it off.
back to get it from her.
Yes.
So she's just going to take care of the entire issue.
Yeah. And not that I would do it, but I see where she's coming from.
Yeah.
Right? I get it. I get it. So in the middle of the night, Bertha switched into a disguise, donning her brother's suit for her getaway. Bertha admitted she'd worn it frequently. She was surveilling her husband to determine where he went after work.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So they're both a little cuckoo at this point.
Well, he's driving her to that point.
Yes. Well, she may have had that in her to begin with, just a little bit, right?
I'm sure.
So they're both just doing crazy stuff.
Absolutely. And sometimes if you're asking your spouse, are you doing something? I mean, listen.
Oh, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, us women know.
I'd call you like, Stephanie, we got to go.
We got to get in the car and go check something out. And I would be on it too. So I get that. But again, you got to have a little crazy in you to even
consider it.
Do that, right? So I get it. She guessed that she had slept 1, maybe 2 hours a night for the past few weeks.
So she's exhausted.
She is exhausted.
And crazy because it makes you crazy on top of everything else.
I mean, I'm sure she had anxiety at this point. And when you have anxiety, you can't sleep.
And it makes you a little paranoid too, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it can make you deranged for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't on the run for long. Police found her a few hours later, still dressed as a man. So she's still hiding, basically. Probably scared they're going to be onto her. And the firemen know who she is because she comes next door to talk to her husband.
Right.
So she's got to stay in disguise, for a while because she doesn't want to be caught.
Yeah.
So according to Bertha, she remembered nothing of the maiming. And I mean, it's so brutal. I'm sure that I could see you blacking out on that.
But you have to say, like, if you don't remember it, why are you hiding out disguised?
Right.
Like, wait, I didn't
Why am I dressed like a man?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, something's got to, come on.
I mean, maybe she doesn't, and I don't know. I'm speaking on her behalf, and I don't know. Maybe she doesn't remember the actual act.
Right, but she knew she did it.
She knew she did it. She just didn't remember the details of how she lifted it up. Did she just jerk it, or did she gently?
I mean, that would have brought him out of his sleep a little bit.
I mean, maybe that's what she doesn't remember is what I'm thinking. She only recalled waking up in the San Jose City jail. I mean, that's horrifying in itself. In man's clothing? I mean, I would be horrified too, right? A police officer asked if she wanted something to eat, and she requested coffee. Now, I'm going to be honest. If I had done what she just did, I probably
Wouldn't want to
eat
eat either.
at all. And I don't even know if I'd want a cup of coffee. That's just brutal, right? So when police asked her what happened, Bertha said she was convinced Frank was about to leave her and to move to Mexico.
Well,
so
he might have been.
it's possible because she's out investigating. I mean, obviously she had caught him doing something. If she didn't see him with another woman, he probably slipped into an apartment or something, and she was convinced. And I'm sure people talked back then too. So she had an idea of what her thinking was, of what his next move was. And she said, "Hey, look, I'm not sorry about what I did. The man deserved it. I'm not sorry. Okay, you step out on me, you get what you get." I mean, that's basically her attitude.
Maybe she should have just been single.
Maybe so. Absolutely. Her 1908 trial was a sensation, covered by just about every newspaper in the Bay Area. I mean, this was
yeah.
just like Lorena Bobbitt.
That's right.
People are waiting to see what happens next. How is this guy going to function? Are they going to do plastic surgery? Are they going to sew it back on? I mean, what happens?
What's happening from here?
Yes. So Bertha stood accused of mayhem, defined by state law as a person who unlawfully and maliciously deprives a human being of a member of its body or renders it useless or cuts or disables the tongue or puts an eye out or slits the tongue, nose, ear, or lip. I didn't see anything in there about penis, but I guess because it's considered a limb, it counts. And they might have changed the law after this.
I was going to say, maybe it should be in there at this point.
At this point, it should be, right? So several witnesses testified that Bertha made repeated threats of violence against her husband if she caught him cheating.
So he
again.
was warned.
Mm-hmm. He was warned. I'm going to cut it off if I catch you cheating again.
And he was like, she would never.
That's just absurd. What woman is going to cut it off, right? Because mine is made of gold, and no one
They're
would do
all
that.
made of gold. Guys, we just had this talk.
They're all made of gold, so
a cure-all
no
for
one would
everything,
ever.
and they're made of gold, so no one would ever touch it.
So I'm sure he's like, she's just on one of her benders, and she's mad.
I mean, she enjoys it too. Why would she take it away?
Oh, absolutely, because it's so fabulous. So, this guy's a ladies' man, so he would never believe that, right? One said Bertha declared she would blow his head off if she caught him cheating again. She sat calmly for the duration of the trial, accompanied at times by her family members.
I feel like she was just like, I warned him, so he should have known.
Right. I told him what I was going to do.
Get over it. At least I didn't blow his head off.
That's exactly what. It sounds like she's extremely strong-willed. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're married and you catch your husband, there's a lot of things you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. You're irate and you're mad. Very few of us move forward with getting that job done. What we think about is just thoughts and we move on. Not Bertha. She is going to cut it off, and then she's going to smile in her mugshot. Just wait and see. We'll put a picture up. She literally smiles in her mugshot. She don't give two shits.
But can't remember doing it.
Again, I just think maybe the initial act, but maybe she's she's not embarrassed.
Clearly.
She don't give two shits. At one point, Bertha testified she found letters from multiple women in Frank's possession, which is dumb on his part, because if you've got a woman that's out stalking you, trying to find you cheating, why are you going to have letters where she can find them? It's almost like he wanted her to know.
He's asking for every bit of it.
It's that black cloud.
He's in a freaking thunderstorm.
Hurricane Bertha.
What's going off all around him? I mean, what is wrong with him?
I know, right? One, interestingly, was from Lillian Doan, the daughter of his first wife. Is that not crazy?
Wait, what?
Yeah. So one of the letters was from his first wife's daughter.
Okay.
Right? And that would infuriate me too. Like, not only are you cheating on me, but I find a letter from your first wife's daughter. Like, what's going on here? More about their relationship isn't known, but Bertha's testimony seems to imply their correspondence was romantic in nature. And that's a whole different level of your spouse cheating, to be honest. Because how old is the daughter?
Okay, I was wondering the same thing. I was going to
Yeah.
ask, how old is this
Did
girl?
he help raise her? Was it like a daughter-father relationship? It makes you wonder. And she might have, through the years or through the months, whatever, when she found the letter, thought, maybe you're a pedo.
And maybe you got what you deserved.
And maybe you're disgusting. And
Yeah.
maybe there's only one way to cure you.
And I agree.
Yeah. So, again, she doesn't go on to explain her reasoning other than he just deserves it, basically. But just reading that made me think, I'm sure she really put some thought into that and thought, this guy's up to no
Well,
good.
yeah, because
He's going to have more victims, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you have to think about that. I mean, I almost think of her as a hero. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. Now it's just making
Yes.
sense. Yeah.
So regardless of the scene of marital discord Bertha presented, one thing was undeniable. She did the deed. The jury deliberated only a few hours before returning a guilty verdict. Bertha was sentenced to 5 years in San Quentin, which at the time still housed female inmates. California wouldn't have dedicated women's prisons until the 1930s. Her incarceration was a quiet one, at least according to the papers. Sometimes her family came to visit, and at some point, she and Frank divorced, which, I mean, to me, that's inevitable, but
That should have been finalized in court.
yeah, they should have they not only severed penis, but severed marriage, right? Just let's do 2 and 1 and get the job done, because they don't need to be married anymore.
No.
Both married again, Frank in Monterey County and Bertha in Los Angeles.
A man said, you know what? I'm going to risk it.
Well, I thought about that. I really did, because, I mean, that's taken a huge risk.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know how far that Los Angeles is from where from San Francisco. I think
If
a
he
couple
even
of
knew
hours.
about it.
So he might not have ever heard about it.
Or maybe she told him the real reason she did it.
It could be.
Who
It
knows?
could very well be.
But that's a big risk if you know.
Yes, and there could be way more to the story than what
I'm sure there is.
we have read and done research on.
Mhm.
She might have caught him. There's so many things, because I'm going to be honest, we all have a story, and sometimes we don't give full detail because it's too traumatizing. But there's a reason why she did what she did, and there's a reason why she got remarried to another man who took the chance. So I don't know, but I'm glad that she found someone
Mhm.
who loved her.
And I hope he
right?
was good to her.
And I do too. And obviously she didn't sever his penis, so he must have been a good man.
He must have
Because
been.
she'd have done it again.
He's like, I'm a quiet man. I'm going to sit back here and mind my business.
Yeah, I'm just going to be good and stay home. I'm
Yeah.
going to go to work and I'm going to come home. So Frank died in 1940 at the age of 76. Bertha died 10 years later and she was 72. Neither, it seems, ever had children. All that now remains of Bertha Boronda are her mugshots from the day she was booked at San Quentin. In them, she has a soft, almost knowing smile. And that's what I was talking about earlier. I mean, she just has a real smugness in her mugshot. There's no shame in her game at all.
So you have to wonder about this third wife of Frank's.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
how that marriage.
were they able to consummate the marriage?
Right.
And how good did that go over? Because listen,
And you have to wonder if they talked about that crazy Bertha.
Oh, crazy Bertha, for sure. I mean, I don't know that she's as crazy as people want to
Oh,
say.
you know he's over there talking about
Well,
how
now,
crazy she is,
of
no matter
course.
what all he did.
Of course, the new wife feels sorry for him. He didn't deserve that. I'm sure he was the victim. He never did anything wrong. He doesn't
And
know why she would do that.
What happened to the charges with the voting fraud?
Did
Did they
not.
go out the door because he lost his penis and everyone felt bad for
And they
him?
thought he was going to die? I mean, yeah, I'm sure that
The
it took
poor
a lifetime to
man.
recover from this. So
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, as far as Frank being a ladies' man after that, I don't know
He
how well
found
that
him a
went for
wife,
him.
though.
He
So
did.
obviously he had some.
But she might not have cared about his penis.
Maybe she didn't. Maybe she didn't need that cure-all
For
goldenrod.
I don't know how golden it was after Bertha got a hold of it. I mean, she took care of business, right? So anyway, I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of this story? I mean, I've seen it for a couple of years and I thought it was funny. I would read about it, and I mean funny and wow, it happened in the early 1900s. But I thought I'd bring it to you just because it's just fascinating to me.
Yeah, and how was plastic surgery back then, right?
And did they have it? Like, how did they put it back together? I found nothing in my research to explain how to reattach that back in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was left with a nub or if they sewed it back on, and did he have nerve endings? Did he have a problem urinating? Did they have to put a catheter in? I mean, there's so many questions, but there was no detail on all of that. So I could have spent days just looking it up, but I just didn't have time for that. But at the end of the day, Frank got what he deserved, I guess, in Bertha's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was not sorry. She let everybody know. So let us know, guys. What would you do? Would you sever it, or would you just leave? Would you sever the marriage or sever the penis? Let us know. What do you think? I think I would have just severed the marriage.
It sounds easier, but I mean,
Yeah.
if you're the kind of person that wants revenge, you do it, I guess.
And revenge can
It
be the
depends.
worst thing, because she had to spend time in San Quentin, of all places, back then.
But I guess she found it worth it. To me, he's not worth any of it. So
Right. See, to me, I don't want a man to be the reason why I'm crazy. I just don't. I'm not, I
Yep.
have too much pride for that. But some women just won't let it go. So I don't know, but let us know what you think, guys. But until our next episode, please remember to see the good and stay imperfectly perfect.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. God
Thank
bless.
you.